Welcome to the Talk with Class. I am your host, Christy Wilder, aka DJ Class CC. And sitting next to me is a young lady. I don't even know what to say because she does it all. She does it all. She does it all. And all I can say is she is the entrepreneur of the music business. So we're going to get started because it's a lot she does. And she's an amazing woman. So welcome, Miss Jessica, well known as Rock Fame.
What's up, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your girl, Rock Fame, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Welcome. So let's tell the viewers about Rock Fame because we're excited. You know, people are excited out there. They want to know about Rock Fame.
Well, I'm from the Bronx, New York, born and raised in New York City, and my parents retired here in my high school years. And so I was relocated in high school, went to North Charleston for the 3 years. After I graduated, I hauled tail again.
Again?
Oh, yeah. I went right back to New York City because I didn't want to leave in the first place. But, you know, when you're a child, you can't really...
Yeah, you don't make that decision.
Yeah, you don't make that decision. But went back to New York City, and about 10, 11 years later, I came back. My parents retired here. I'm the only child, so I had to come back and take care of the folks. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get started. Well, let's first talk about your being a choreographer. Award-winning choreographer. Where did that come from? Tell us about that career.
Well, in New York City, you know, there is a culture of dance out there like no other. I still haven't even seen a place that even matched the energy of New York City. So I was born and bred there with my dancing and just the movement that was out there at the time. It was early 2000s. You already know every single dance ever was out. Chicken head, all that. So, you know, when I came to when I came to Charleston, I wanted to dance again. I used to go to the Bronx Academy Art and Dance, and shouts to all my constituents out there. But and then when I came here, there was a whole entertainment. An independent world full of artists that didn't utilize dancers. So I thought about it. I was like, I want to do backup dancing. So at that same time, I was hired by Tipsy Twerk, so I became an instructor.
Yeah,
so me teaching everyone else helped me practice for my own. Gathered a group of people with me. Shouts to Prince, shouts to Lena, Uniqua, and everyone else under the tier that was working and doing videos with us. We wound up dancing with Raw Digga.
Raw Digga?
Yeah, Raw Digga,
Okay.
the Raw Digga. And shouts to the O for inviting us to out there. Actually, no, I don't think it was his fault. We were actually in a video with Pastor Troy that had us out there. So we danced with Pastor Troy. We danced behind many artists. Prince did an unforgettable performance at the Meeting of the Minds that people still talk about to today. And after that, I just started doing videos, started cameoing things, and it kind of took off from there. I was on the stage with Tori Weldon, shouts to TLP Productions. Me and Prince danced on the Independent Tone Award stage with him, and I don't think that's the night we won, but I think a few years later, I won Choreographer of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I think that people just wanted to give me something because I was doing so much work. I'm not saying that I didn't deserve it, but there was really nobody else on the roster. Wow. Like, because nobody else was doing it, you know? And now I see young ladies out there. I watch them. I follow them all on Instagram because I came across them at one point in time. I'm 36. Okay. So obviously that toned down. It toned down for me, though. I wasn't out there. Like I did D-Love's video. I was in that one, you know, so that was out of my character. You know, I had to pretend nobody else was in the room when in reality there was hundreds of people in the room. So yeah, I toned down on that, but you know, shouts to Poor Rich Kids and Michi out there, and a lot of other girls out there that's really doing their thing and teaching. The new instructors for Tipsy Twerk, they're amazing. They're young, they're fresh. You know, I taught body language, but they teach the twerk. I don't know how to twerk.
You don't know how to twerk?
No. I don't twerk.
You know how to twerk. You know how
not all dancing is twerking. I do choreography. That's why I won the choreographer of the year.
Okay.
So yeah, but that's a whole different set of skills that I just don't have. Shouts to all you ladies that can. Okay, all you ladies that can, but it wasn't for me.
Okay. Wow. Let's talk about the Charleston Black Parade. That was very nice. I watched the video. Oh my, it was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Like I was telling you, it was at a time, not even to get into the politics of it, but it was at a time when we were, people of our color were dying tremendously, very fast, for no reason. There was a lot of injustices happening, and people started to riot all around the nation. And but in Charleston, I see we were deemed looking like animals and like we were thugs. And they forget that sometimes when it comes to protesting, it's literally what it says: no justice, literally no peace. So I'm not saying that I'm for or against the rioting, but there was a reason for the cause. Everything that happens has a cause to it, so an effect to it afterwards. So, I thought that we needed to see a positive version of us at the time where we were deemed so ugly at the moment and so, bad looking. And I thought we needed to see a positive representation. So I gathered all the dancers that I can think of that I met throughout the years to ask them if they wanted to do choreography to a song called The Black Parade by Beyonce that came off of the new Lion King movie from Disney. Yeah. And it was the remake, of course, and it just spoke to me in so many ways. If you haven't heard it, you can go and listen to it for yourself, but you'll see why. And we absolutely did it up. We dressed in beautiful African, we were in front of the State House because it showed significance to me. This is where we were passing through before we went through the market, So I wanted to let them know in a big, loud way that we're still us. And we're not animals. We just want to live and be accepted like you guys. You know what I mean? So it was beautiful. And thank you to all the dancers. That's too much to even name at this moment. But I have all the heavy hitters in that video. It's amazing. As far as choreography and dancers and stuff, I got all the heavy hitters in there.
So you've been in a lot of videos. Wow. So can you name some of the people that you were featured with? Or
Take Your Time. D-Love. Take Your Time. Simmons Boy. I forget the name of the song. Jesus Christ. But Simmons Boy. It was a lot.
Did you have with Blackberry?
Did I what?
Did you do something with Blackberry?
Yeah, House Party, Blackberry, Spook Montana, Spook Geechee Boy Montana.
What about Colors the Network Man?
Yeah, that video never came out, but I know it wasn't one of his very first videos with Headliner. Okay. This is then. What is it? That was then, and this is now. Yes, and actually, believe it or not, that video is so crazy because it is a bunch of people that was nowhere near any of our goals where we were right now. Like all those people that was in that video is killing life right now. Okay. They're doing a thing. We got the Georgia Nubians in there, the Headliners in there, Headliner, she's actually a woman of history right now. Wow. Like she is the first, chief of her color, and she's a woman. Yes, and she's a firefighter, she's a fire chief. Oh, yeah. So, it's amazing how, amazing. We all grew from there. You know what I mean? Back then, he was looking for his Miss Ramadan, and look, Ellis found his Miss Ramadan. You see what I mean? I see.
Yes, he found his Ramadan.
Of growth. Yes, a lot of growth. Man, I was still rocking purple braids, so yeah, Miss Eccentric herself. I'm a weirdo, I'll tell you. This is for you. You guys, I have green locks. Okay. This is so I can show off Miss Classy.
We got to be classy now. That's the show. So, you're a talk show host, right?
A few times over, yeah.
Oh, you have so many talk shows.
Yes.
But how did you become that, have a talk show with Colors, the network, man? How did that start? Those who watch.
Well, I had come up with the name Rock Fame and Rock Fame Media from my extended family, the Rock Boys in New York City. We actually all grew up together. So I started Rock Fame Media, and I said I wanted to do interviews. So I started asking people, can I interview you? Can I interview you? And Color's one of the people. And then a few months went by, and Color was like, hey, what happened to my interview? And I was like, I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe you want to hold the cell phone? Like, it was one of those situations where I just didn't know, and he respected it, and he put me on a preliminary time of 90 days to, you know, be on those to watch. But before that, I was guest hosting back and forth, little sprinkle dab in here, you know, because he already had hosts, you know. And so he said, hey, 90 days and you could become permanent. I think it was past the 90 days, and we didn't even realize the 90 days went by because it kind of melted together so flawlessly. And we did our thing, and I just happened to start doing those to watch radio with him. And we tried to add new people. You know, he wanted to make it a nice little, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking he was trying to make it like, you know, just a nice little panel of people. So it could be multiple personalities.
But
and
he always did that.
It didn't work this time. It didn't work this time.
He loves to have a crowd.
Yeah, it didn't work this time. Did right for the bosses, the meeting of the bosses, which is another podcast.
That's another one y'all got.
Yes. But those to watch, it seemed to have worked with just me, him, and Jay. You know, I handled the, you know, the graphic side.
Okay.
He was the booker manager, you know. He made sure to talk to the people and get them on the show. And, you know, shouts to Jay Brown, Studio J.
Studio J.
He is our engineer of the year every year.
Every year.
Okay. So he actually took home our Southern Plug Music Awards.
Yes, I was about to get to that.
Yeah.
So this is the 5th, right?
Yes.
Awards for the show.
Yes. I wasn't there for one of them or two of them. Just one of them. Yeah, I was guest hosting when they won their very first one. But after that, I was part of the team. So I'm happy to be a part of all of that.
So how does that work? Like, how do you get nominated? How do you get these awards?
Well, honestly, people, they put up their award shows, and they have the categories like, hey, nominate your favorite people. So I guess the 5 or 6, whatever, how many they have in each category has the most votes. Then they can start initial voting, and your fans can go on, and they usually have like a Google, you know, what is it, like questionnaire, and that's how you usually collect the votes, and that's how you win. So besides the talk show, what else who else? Well, I had a show called the Mix Fits podcast, which was amazing. I'm not going to lie. Believe it or not, you're the first to know that might be a monthly thing that me and Sweet Tea by Tiffany is going to come together. And it won't be the Mix Fits anymore, but people know us to be the Mix Fits podcast. So we're just going to sprinkle a little love to the fans that love us both. And put both of our shows together once a month to try to, you know, just to regain our fans back. She has Sweet Tea with Tiffany. I have Rock Life podcast. I've had Colors the Network on. Patrice McCoy, the modeling coach for a long time, Come Entertainment. I've had Goddess Bastet on. Recently, I had Blackberry. I had Blackberry on my show, and she was actually amazing. Her as an artist and her just as a regular person that just talks, she's absolutely the best guest host I can possibly have. I'm also on Mystify Encounters. I'm his host. Shouts to Mystify Productions. He
did a lot of y'all videos, right?
Yes, I edit my own. He just does the footage, but I edit the way I want to edit. Because mine are not live, mine are pre-recorded and edited and captioned, you know, with clips and pictures and stuff like that. And I also has guest hosted on the Dirty South Baddies, which I love. You make sure you go follow the Dirty South Baddies. I do editing for Food Talk podcast. That's Colors, Aria, and Jay Brown. And I think that's it. Besides those, watch TV, you know.
So y'all have an event coming out this Sunday.
Yes.
Meeting of the Mind. So you're the business partner with that as well.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Well, the Meeting of the Mind started actually in Color's apartment. You guys have history, so I'm pretty sure you remember. I was not around. I didn't come into Charleston until 2015. But clear 13 years ago, Color started the Meeting of the Minds in his apartment. I guess he wanted to just get people together to network and to do business with each other, you know, bringing models and artists. It was a good idea, you know, and business like minds, you know. And then he moved it throughout different locations. Don't get me to lie on where. But around Charleston, there's plenty of locations that the Meeting of the Minds was at that he contracted, but he wound up at the 787 Bar and Grill. That's 5131 Dorchester Road, the longest.
Okay.
Shouts to Jungle, shouts to 787 Bar Grill. That's where it pretty much, gravitated into what it is today. After 10 years, he pretty much came to me and was like, "Hey, you either want to do this with me or it's gonna end."
Oh wow.
What do you want to happen? No, because burnout. Nobody understands how hard it is to do this. Sometimes you don't make a big profit, but you do it anyway because artists and fans
of the love you have
are participating. They're anticipating the show, and he did it from the heart for such a long time. He used to even do one for the kids that possibly didn't sell at all. I've been to one. And not many people came, but the children that left out of there was just so happy that chance that they had to perform somewhere with a notable DJ, and things like that. It was amazing. And now we have actors, singers, dancers, poets, comedians, artists, musicians, people that play the guitar and flute. We have people that come through in all genres, white, black, Spanish. We've had it all. Doesn't matter where you came from, what kind of talent you have. We had beautiful models walk through.
Yeah.
Who are award winners right now. Shouts to Tay Monet, who was the model of the year at the Southern Plug Music Awards. Yes, she was a featured model before, right? And and she did amazing.
Wow.
So we have a bunch of talent come through, and we do it for the love first and foremost. We don't charge our artists to perform. The only thing that we do charge for is the featured spot, which comes with a video, professional edited video of your performance.
Okay. Wow.
By Mr. Five Productions, promotion from me, shares by him, and you get 20 minutes up on stage. Yeah, it's hard to do 20 minutes of anything.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
So,
but we've had a whole year of people that succeeded.
Wow.
And they've done amazing, and we have a whole, we're going strong right now. We're booked for all of 2022. Still looking for people in 2023. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just wrapped up the year with Lady Slim, and she will be our Dancers Edition featured artist. Amazing. But this time, tomorrow, we are going to have Westside Rio. And he got his group coming in. Actually, it's quite the surprise. So if you want to actually see what Westside Rio has in store, it would be very wise to come to the 787 Bar and Grill to check it out. He'll be going on around 8 o'clock. You don't want to miss this one. He's coming with a bunch of treats, and I'm just so excited that he's even around to do this for us. So great. One of the legends in the city.
Wow. You got a lot going on. So who inspires you to keep going?
My daughter. My mother. I didn't have a good example of following your dreams, She let a certain lifestyle get to her, and that controlled her. So I never seen her in her greatness before. But, my daughter is just so wonderful that, she looks at me like I'm famous.
Oh, that's good.
And she doesn't even know that I'm regular Jessica. You know what I mean? She is in New York City right now in a prestigious private art school. Amazing. She does graphic design herself. She's a freehand drawer. She loves to draw anime style, cartoons and manga. And I have to do it for her. She's watching me, and
your
she's
example.
She's measuring how far she can go with how far I'm pushing. And I will never ever disappoint her. And I'm also doing it for me. Because it's time to break the generational curses. Because all my life, I'm the only child that you're going to be just like, I'm not even going to say her name out there, but my mom. You're going to be just like her. You're going to be, and you ain't going to do nothing. And I'm like, really? And I pretty much turned all that around. So it's for me as well. So me and my baby.
So what's next for Roxanne? Where do you see yourself 5 years now?
I see myself solid with what I have right now, except adding monetization to it. I think I'm at a point where I think I can push a little harder, put more money into what we're doing as a partnership and by myself. opening up my performing arts studio, putting Those to Watch radio along with my team in Those to Watch. We're going to put ourselves on a platform where we can get paid per episode. I want to make sure that we're all making money doing this because we put so much work in it. But you know, all the awards in the world is not going to, you know, pay for your time and your effort. I want us to be successful as a unit. You know, I'm pretty sure everything's not going to take off, but the main heavy hitters, I'm ready to make money off of it and put my team in a position where we can eat off of this and leave it to our children.
Yeah,
you know,
that is true. The legacy.
Yes.
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 So, how can we contact Rock Fame and get with Meeting of the Minds?
Yes. Everything is on Facebook to start off. Everyone has a Facebook. Rock Fame on all platforms, ROCFAME. And after you do that, the door will open for you. I'm not even going to tell you where to find everything else because the door is open as soon as you find me on Facebook. Rock Fame on Facebook. And that's it.
All right. I just want to say thank you for coming to the show and sharing what you do in the community. We thank you for that.
Thank you.
I just want to say take care, love, peace, and happiness. Thank you. God bless.
Aww.